Auzubillahi and Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to this information security project about protecting children online. I am Mahnoor Sheikh, a BScs 6th semester student at Sakhar IB University, and this project has been assigned by Honorable Dr. Sayyid Asif Raza Shah. Children are capable of availing incredible and myriad of opportunities through internet for learning and for the entertainment. But at the same time, they do not have that critical thinking skill yet to be left alone with these devices. They will accept whatever media they see at the face value at such delicate age. Increasingly, while youngsters are accessing internet, they are all unsupervised. Some of the greatest and pretty tough issues children are facing depend on how they are using technology, how much time they are spending online, and how much they are getting affected. While using their computers, tablets, and mobile phones, they can unintentionally be opening doors to predators. They can be targeted online by pedophiles or other criminals. They might face child exploitation and cyberbullying. They might become a victim of child molestation or child pornography. And if not all of the above, it is observed that kids are spending more than 10 hours a day in any other activity than online while surfing irrelevant stuff on internet, watching cartoons and videos on YouTube and playing games online, which adds some serious health issues just like weak eyesight and obesity, mental health issues and emotional disorders. And for all of this, parents are solely responsible because parents are now interestingly handing a 1-year-old a smartphone, and all they are doing is exposing the nation to the sorts of dangers. And although obviously they are the first line of defense for kids. And a little common sense that people need is to make guidelines just as they do for the kids in the real world. And by the way, we need to quit thinking that there is a real world and a virtual world, because children now live in an online space and that is the very real world to them. Time has come for the parents to be cognizant about children going online at younger and younger age and some of the potential pitfalls. So parents should need to know and should be aware of, does their child have any social media friends on their list they do not even know? Does their child post things he or she should not? And do they even know that these things will last forever even if they delete them? So there are certain ways to protect children. Make your children to learn some ethics of getting permission every time they want to use internet on some device. Update and use plugins. Always use plugins and update your browser. If you're using Chrome or Firefox, download a plugin to protect and prevent your child from accidentally visiting suspicious websites. For Chrome, use MetaCert because it will automatically block pages which are inappropriate for the kids. Use children-friendly search engines. It will only search results which the engine feels are appropriate for children. Some of the recommendations are kidrex.org and SearchyPens. Well, GPS can be helpful for finding some destination or to locate your friend in a crowd, but it can allow others to trace you well. So, teach your children to never broadcast their locations, their check-ins, and their planned trips to the work. Check apps before downloading them, and tell them to ensure that they are not collecting their personal information. Tell them to eliminate sexting, that is sending, forwarding, saving sexually explicit photos, videos, or messages. It can harm the child's reputation within the society and can even be illegal. Tell your child at younger and younger age and as early as you can about online scams and frauds. Beware them about different types of attacks and teach them about the ulterior motives behind these attacks. Just like the phishing attack, where the data and the credentials are stolen and compromised. Identity theft, in which personal and financial information is obtained to impersonate someone. Then there are malware attacks, just like virus. That is a program or a piece of code capable of replicating itself and has a detrimental effect such as corrupting systems and destroying data. Trojan horse, that is disguised as legitimate software that feels and looks good. Spyware, that steals your internet usage data and sensitive information. ransomware that infects files on your system, and the attacker later on demands ransom for unlocking your important files. Finally, bombs that spread from one computer to another computer. Teach your children to identify insecure Wi-Fi. Internet at restaurants, cafes, clubs, stations, which is offered for free, is known as public Wi-Fi and is insecure. Hackers can spoof your data and activity easily on such networks. Teach your children to identify secure web pages that contain a digital certificate and a lock symbol. Ask your children to use strong password containing combinations of alphabets, capital and small, numbers and special symbols, and tell them to avoid choosing passwords like nicknames, birthdays, friends' names, and pet names. Things like name, age, location, phone number, residential address, school address, financial information, and CNIC should stay within the family and should not be disclosed to anyone, no matter what. Encourage your children to use privacy settings and think twice before they share anything because they never know who will see it and with what intention. Conversate this thing as early as possible so that they may not be cyberbullied, so that they do not need psychiatrists, so that they do not need lawyers. And even after all of this, if they feel or encounter anything online that makes them feel bullied, uncomfortable, threatened, encourage them to come to you and share that with you. Don't get angry and don't blame them, otherwise they won't turn to you when they need help in the future.